Got a window sticker here and a price of 98,918 Canadian for a 2026 Cadillac Vistiq Sport here. What you can do is you can actually just push this button and the seat will just go forward just like that. So you have a lot better access to the back. And this is what it looks like too, looking at the front. So, all right, everybody, I've got a really cool SUV here. 2026 Cadillac Vistiq Sport here in black stellar metallic. So we'll go over some specs here. 615 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque with a 102 kilowatt-hour battery. We're gonna get about 300 miles of range, which is about 485 kilometers. And this is an all-wheel drive system. So this is Cadillac's second third-row SUV because we've got the Escalade IQ over there. Let's start right here at the front. We've got beautiful LED daytime running lights with LED lights. At the top there is your turn signal, as we can see. As we carry over the middle here, we've got a lit up Cadillac logo there with some lights carried throughout the grille. So I think that's a really nice touch to add. Down below here on the bumper, we can see we've got some parking sensors with a camera at the front, which I think looks really good. But overall, with the Sport, this is the grille you get with some kind of slate gray trim piece there at the front. And then we've got a luxury over there instead of the Sport, so I'm going to zoom in there. So that is the grille there, and then you can see we've got more of a chrome piece above that grille. So it kind of gives you an idea of the different grills there for the two. But like I said, overall I think the black is nice. The white also is a good color because it shows a lot of the accents. But that's it at the front here. Let's take a look underneath the hood and show you what's under there. So showing you guys underneath the hood here, we've got a lot of components here. Mostly it looks like computer stuff. Obviously you got your 12-volt battery, brake fluid, we've got coolant there as well. And then we've got your washer fluid here. So no front storage, as you can see. The only storage you can get on a Cadillac that is electric is the Escalade IQ, which is just over there. So I thought I'd show you guys what's underneath here. That's it at the front. Let's take a look around the Vistiq and go over its options. All right, so taking a look around the Vistiq Sport here, we'll start with the tire and wheel setup. So we're sitting on a Goodyear tire. Tire size is 285/45 R21s. We've got a carpeted liner inside. You can also get air suspension, which is a nice thing to add. On the side of the fender here, we've got that kind of slate gray here with the Cadillac logo there. Black mirror cap here with the camera underneath. And I'm going to give you guys a side profile view of the Vistiq here, which I think looks really good. On the bottom of the door panel, we can see we've got that slate gray carried throughout, right above the rocker panel there. Now, the handles do come out when you do unlock the Vistiq. So we'll open this up here and show you guys the inside, which I think is really, really nice. We got this nice white perforated leather seat here with some brown lining right there in the middle. Kind of goes good with the wood trim all around. And then this is what the dash looks like. Reminds me a lot of a Lyric. Then we have a glove box underneath here, more storage here, and then also some down below there. And then another thing is that's cool that you can actually put maybe like your phone in here instead of having things fall through. Down below here on the door sill, we got a lit up Cadillac logo there. Now as we come to the door panel, we've got a really nice soft touch material here at the top, wood trim. We don't get memory seating here on the passenger side, but we do get heated and ventilated seats. Seat adjustments are here with lumbar and massaging seats. Window controls here with lock and unlock. We've got a really nice speaker here too, but nice padding there as well. Really nice door panel. So we'll shut that and then we'll take a look at the back here. So the nice thing is we'll start here with the door panel, same type of material, speaker, wood trim here, which feels really good. We've got a really nice soft touch armrest here, window controls here with lock and unlock. And this one here is not a bench seat. We've got two captain chairs. So they feel really good, I do have to say, really thick, as you can see. Not too big of a headrest back here compared to like the ones on the third row, but we do get that nice brown lining in here. It goes really nice with the wood trim. And then here is an illumination here on the door sill. Now to access the third row, a couple ways. You can push this, and hop over if you really need to. Or what you can do is you can actually just push this button and the seat will just go forward just like that. So you have a lot better access to the back. And the back seats, although might look small, they're pretty big and they're actually really nice and plush. You do get armrests there on both sides with a vent, right, and a cup holder. So another cool thing is you also get a sunroof, well, more of like a fixed roof back there. So, you know, you get some more light because, you know, usually it's pretty dark back there. So that's also a nice thing to add. And then you get a full moonroof here that does open. So it's not fixed, it actually does open. And there's a sunshade that closes it. So really nice thing to add. We'll shut that, and then here is what the back tire and wheel setup is. 285/45 R21s, so same type of wheel design, and they aren't staggered tires. And I really like, you know, the inserts they got around the wheel. I think it was a really good wheel design. And then we've got a carpeted liner inside. So that's it for a side profile view, guys. Let's take a look at the back. So in the back here of the Cadillac Vistiq, we'll start right here in the middle. We've got the Cadillac logo there, camera here for your mirror camera, which is right there. And then we've got your rear camera there for the back. We do get some washer fluid that can be sprayed on the camera to clean it. On the left side, we can see we've got Vistiq, and then on the right side, we've got 900 E4. Down below, we've got your parking sensors. Really nice diffuser, I do have to say. It is still in that kind of dark slate gray color, you know, to kind of symbol that you've got the sport model. We've got really nice tail lights too. They carry down and also to the side, you know, more in the middle of the tailgate, which looks nice. Now, another thing to note is they put the wiper up here, so it kind of makes the back look a lot more cleaner instead of just putting it, you know, right in the center here, which I typically don't like. Now, to open it a couple ways, you can use the key fob, click that twice, or just push the bottom of the Cadillac logo and it will open up. Now in the back here, not a ton of room when the seats are up, but you do have some storage underneath here, and the pocket is, you know, decently deep, I would say. Now, a couple things to note here, you do have another pocket on this side. You can put the seats down electronically, so if we just click this button once, the seats will actually fold down. So as you can see, you get a lot more room, but you can actually push the front seats down too. So, you know, if you need more room from one side, you can do that. You can also get a bench seat in the middle there, so if you need to add more passengers. But, you know, I think the captain chairs are nice, especially if you're going to be on long drives. But this kind of gives you an idea, you know, if you need more storage, you can put both seats down. I mean, you could put all the seats down, really, if you need to. But overall, I think, you know, for a third row SUV, it's not too bad. And we'll push the button up here, and then we'll close it just like that. So that's it for the back here, guys. Let's take a look at the seats behind the driver, and we'll go over the screen that's right in the middle. I also just want to thank Applewood Cadillac here in Mississauga, Ontario for allowing me to review this Cadillac. Go see my friend Zach here. He'll hook you up with a great deal. All right, so taking a look inside the Cadillac Vistiq here on the driver's side, same type of door panel here. You get some nice wood trim, speaker here, window control here with lock and unlock, speaker down below, pocket of storage down there. Really nice door panel, and I do have to say it is pretty big. Over here, we've got a lit up door sill here. No Cadillac logo here, which is a little interesting. Over here on the seat, you can see same type of material carried throughout. You've got a nice armrest here as well. So pretty nice and a ton of room. Now, as we hop inside here, we've got a really nice screen, which is, it's got your climate control in there. You've got heated seats as well. If we click this button here, you can control, you know, your third row climate control. And then this, if we click controls, we've got ambient lighting back here, which we can, you know, play around with, which is really, really cool. So ton of options here. As we carry down, we've got your vents. And then right here, we've got a 120 with 2 USB-Cs. And if we take this out here, we've got 2 cup holders. So ton of room back here, I would say. I mean, the nice thing is with this seat, it's got like an indent back here. So if the person is taller in the front and they need to have the seat pushed back, I mean, I still have a decent amount of room, as we can see. So the nice part is that it's indented here. It's actually a nice seat at the back here. You know, it doesn't look like it's, you know, plain Jane. And then you get pockets here on both sides. So one other thing is you get a vent here, you've got a speaker here, and then you got a handle. But really nice, you know, place to relax. And this is what it looks like too, looking at the front. So now that is it, guys, for the back here. Let's take a look at the front. Now before we do hop in, I want to show you guys the charge port here. So it is right in front of the driver door. You just click the top right of it. It opens just like that. And then this here is the access to the level 3 charger. So we'll put that back in here, and to shut it, all you do is click this button here and it will shut just like that. So it is fully automatic. All right guys, so taking a look inside the Vistiq here on the driver's side, we'll start with the door panel. Nice soft touch material here, some really nice wood trim, soft touch armrest here. We've got memory seating here with heated and ventilated seats, seat adjustments here with lumbar and massaging seats, window and mirror controls here with lock and unlock. Got a really nice speaker here, more storage down below. On the door sill here, it is lit up with Cadillac logo there. Over here on the seat, we've got speakers in the headrest, which is a really nice thing to add, and then that seat carry throughout is really nice and plush. Now that's it really before we hop in, guys. Let's take a look inside and go over the options. So we are inside the Cadillac Vistiq Sport here. We'll start with the steering wheel. We get a really nice leather wrap steering wheel, some nice kind of brushed aluminum chrome at the bottom here. Super Cruise here at the top, which is controlled via these buttons over here. Heated steering wheel, V mode for max velocity. We've got your forward collision alert there. Over here on the side, we'll control your Bluetooth as well as volume and tuning here. Behind the steering wheel, we've got a regenerative braking push button there. And then behind also, we've got your toggle there for your wipers, and then one there for your transmission select. Now, when it comes to the screen here, we'll start here on the left. We've got layout. So when we click layout here, we've got energy map. So you can actually have your map on here. We've got assist, and then we've got clean. And then we can actually link it to drive mode if we want, or we can just put it into sport mode all the time, or tour. So it's just going to depend on what you want there. We can have your headlights on there, and then here we can go to your trip and then scroll through depending on what you want. So that's how you control basically the front screen there. Now there is no heads-up display here. This here will actually beep onto the front windshield if you are getting too close to a vehicle. We do have speaker there on the left and right side, and then we can see we got a nice kind of more soft touch dash there. As we carry over to the passenger side, we've got vents here, nothing too crazy on this side. We do have a lower glove box area, as we can see, and then right here in the middle we've got more vents here with that kind of slate gray brushed aluminum look that's around the dash, which I think looks good. Now before we get into this screen, we'll talk about this one down here. So this one is your climate control screen. You can control basically, you know, dual zone, so both sides. You can click this too. You can actually control your front, second and third row seats, and then this here, you know, you can control your massage seats, the position, and then also, you know, heated and ventilated seats as well. Ton of options here which you can kind of play around with. So really cool. I like the screen. It fits nicely into the dash. And then behind here we have wireless charging, and then two USB-Cs, so one there and one there, and then dual wireless charging pad. Really cool instead of having it over here. Now here's the screen. You can use it as a touch screen, or you can use the dial here. So as you can see, I'm using the dial. Instead of having fingerprints on it, you just turn it. We'll go to camera so you can see the camera settings. Camera settings are really good. I would say HD, you know, you got a ton of camera angles. It's just going to depend on really what you want. Then we'll exit out of that. We've got drive modes here. So if we click that, we've got tour, sport, snow, ice, and then my mode, right? So you can kind of control the tuning of the car if you wish. Down here are more of like hotkeys. So you can have, you know, your maps on this side, and then, you know, audio on this side, and then you can go to your music. You can go to maps here too, phone, charging, and then over here you can actually turn the car off here, or you can just walk out and lock it. That will shut it off. Here you can actually turn the car on for 60 minutes. This will lower your glove box, so you click that button. That's how you lower it. This here is your regenerative braking, so you can actually set the level. You can go normal, off, you can show on the home screen. So, you know, it depends on what you like. The G-forces are pretty strong when it's on normal or high, so it's just going to depend on the user. And then we've got ambient lighting. We can have the car park itself, so a ton of options here. Just going to depend on what you want on the screen. I like having, you know, audio on this side and then maps, or just having your map here, which is really cool. So that's really it at the front here. No push button start or anything like that. Like I said, you just put your foot on the brake when you're inside and you're good to go. Now, as we carry over to the center here, we've got your cup holders here. Like I said, you can control the screen via this dial here, and you got more hotkeys, volume tuning knob is there. Now, another cool thing I really like is this little center area. You can actually put your phone or other things here. So one thing is just putting your phone in there, you know, so it doesn't fall out or move around. You know, you can put your pens in there, you know, business cards or anything like that. I don't know how many times I get my phone caught down here. So just putting, you know, something here for storage is really, really cool. Here is your center console. We'll lift that up. We got a USB-C only, and then it's actually a pretty deep pocket with the light inside. Now, as we come up here to the top, we've got a rear camera mirror, so we can turn that on or off. OnStar with hazards. And another cool thing is you can actually open your moonroof just by holding this button here. And that is really uncommon in electric vehicles. I find they're just fixed roofs. So you can actually open a full moonroof here, which is really cool. So honestly, guys, that is it for an interior view of things. I think this vehicle will do really well on the market. It is beautiful inside and out. And you know what? Everything's pretty much standard. So all of these things that you see here are standard. You know, the Super Cruise, the 360 camera, you know, the ability to park itself, the screen here, you know, everything here you see is standard. So I've got the price right behind me on the window. So let's go take a look at that and go over its options. All right, guys, we've got a window sticker here and a price of 98,918 Canadian for a 2026 Cadillac Vistiq Sport here in black stellar metallic. Now the only option here, we've got 6 passenger seating, black stellar metallic or stellar black metallic here package, floor liner package, and really that's it. So there's really no options on this vehicle. It comes the way it is. So let me know what you guys think about the car in the comments. I think it is a beautiful 3-row electric SUV, and I think it's going to do really well on the market. So stay tuned for some more updates on the car, and we will see you in the next one. Cheers.